How can we identify whether the mapping is correct or not without a connecting session? So how can we identify? By using the debug option we identify. Here we see to determine whether a mapping is correct or not without a connecting session. One approach is suggested in passage 1 is to utilize the debugging option. The debugging option by using this tool, we can effectively access the accuracy of a mapping without the need for establishing a connecting session. Which files are created during the session? Real-time usage monitoring, that is RAM in Informatica. Here, during the session, RUMs means real-time usage monitoring. In Informatica, the creation of several types of files takes place. These files includes an error log, which provides a record for any errors encountered during the session. Another file is created that is bad file, which contains any data that failed to meet specific criteria or encountered processing errors. Additionally, a workflow log is generated during the session, which provides detailed information on the execution of the workflow. Finally, a session log is also created, means you're having workflow log as well as session log. The session log are also created. This is logging all activities and the details related to the session, such as start time, end time, the status update. These are the files will created during the real-time usage monitoring. First one is what? First one is error log, and second thing is bad file, and third one is workflow log, and finally we are having session log. These are the files we are created during the session in the Informatica. So another question. This is also very important. Name the various output files that Informatica server builds at runtime. This we are seeing some more detail. We seen there some more detail. We are creating here the following various types of output files that Informatica server will create in the at the runtime. First one is the Informatica server log. Second is session detail file. Third one is reject file. Fourth one is indicator file. Fifth one is performance detail file. Sixth one is session log file. Seventh one is control file. Eighth output file. Ninth catch file. Then post session email. These are the files will be created during the Informatica runtime. How rank transformation manages string values? Okay, nice question. Here we are seeing the ranking will be done through the numbers and how it will manage if it is as a string. We can obtain the session sort orders top or bottom strings from a rank transformation. And the integration service operates under the unique code mode. So how it sorts? It when the integration service operates under unique code mode, text data in the session is sorted based on the chosen sort order for the integration service is chosen code page, which could be any language like French, German, Russian, etc. Moreover, the ASCII mode of the integration service ignores this parameter. Also, it sorts character data using a binary sort order. By using the binary sort order, it can be sorted when it is as a string. Let us see here. First, what we do here, we have to sort the orders from top to bottom or bottom to top, or whatever the need we are here having in the rank transformation. And that integration service operates under the Unicode mode, which is a string. We can go for the Unicode mode. The test data in the session is sorted based on the chosen sort order for the integration service chosen code page. Here, code page will be any language that may be a French, German, Russian, or moreover. Here, the ASCII mode of the integration service ignores these parameters and also it sorts character data using the binary sort order. Next, find transaction control transformation in Informatica. So in Informatica, an active and associated transformation called transaction control. We're having an active and associated transformation, which is an active transformation, and also which is associated transformation called as transaction control, which enables committing and rollback transactions while a mapping is executed. This having the feature is that it is having committing as well as rollback transactions in the transaction control. So here a group of rows bound by a commit or rollback rows is known as a transaction. A transaction is defined based on modification in no input rows. Operations such as commit and rollback assures data availability. Okay, this is regarding the transaction control. What are the difference between Informatica and data stage? Here we see the following significance differences between the Informatica and data stage. Informatica has a dynamic partition, whereas data stage has a static partitioning system. Data stage includes a client server architecture, whereas Informatica holds service oriented architecture. Informatica offers a stepwise integration process, but data stage offers the same based on uh, projects. Okay? How does Informatica's update strategy function? The active or associated with transformation is update strategy, which permits you to add, delete, update records in the target table. Is the update strategy. It also prevents files from failing to reach the destination table. What do you mean by star schema? What is star schema? Star schema is the sheet data warehouse schema with fact tables and more than a dimension. Due to its star-like shape, it is called a star schema and helps to create data warehouse and dimensional data marts. By using the star schema, in the star schema, the it shares the data in the data schema, the fact with the fact tables. Means one fact table is there, so many dimension tables around with the that fact table, and the shape is like that star. It is called, that's why it is called a star schema. Explain what a DTM. The DTM is nothing but and data transformation manager. Here, DTM is an operating system process started by Power Center Integration Service. Data Transformation Manager or PMDTM. Okay, PMDTM main function is to create and manage service level, mapping level, expand session level, variables and parameters. DTM performs many tasks like reading session information, creating partitioning groups, validating code pages, and sending post-session emails, etc. Explain the tracing levels. We are having tracing levels. In the tracing level means the amount of data that the Informatica server writes to the session log file. It is an important component that helps in locating bugs and error analysis. For every transformation, there are different types of tracing levels. There are normal, verbose data, and verbose init. Next, we see what is the PMCMD command and how to use it. The PMCMD command is a command line program that is used to manage workflows and communicate integration services. It is used to manage the workflow and communicate integration services. By using PMCMD command, one can schedule, start, and stop workflows and sessions in the power center domain. PMCMD has many uses. They are start the workflow, stop the workflow, and start workflow from a specific task, schedule the workflow. What do you mean by surrogate key? A surrogate key is a system produced identifier and a substitute for a natural primary key. They are also referred to as artificial key that are added with the each record within a dimension table. Also, this key helps to update the table quickly. These surrogate keys we are using in ACD types. ACD type 2 mainly. The different ways of parallel processing. So parallel processing means processing of the data in parallel to increase the performance. Informatica parallel processing can be done using several methods depending on user choice. The following types are used in implementing parallel processing are round robin partitioning. With this partitioning algorithm, the data is distributed equally among all partitions. Means it will be round means it will distributed all of the data, whatever the data means. If you are having the 10 records, we are partitioned into 5. It will partition with each 5, each partition to records like that. Okay, database partitioning. This technique queries the database for the table partitioning. It also reads the partition data from the respective nodes of the database. Hash user key partition. Integration service uses a hash function. The data is partitioned according to the user desired way, user friendly way. Ports are selected by the user individually that define the partition key. Next one is we're having hash auto key. Before thing is hash user key. Next hash auto key partitioning. Power Center uses hash auto key function for group data partitioning. The integration service utilizes all sorted or grouped ports as a compound partition keys. The Informatica domain. The domain means it includes nodes and services. Power Center services are effectively managed by it. Further, the domain explains all the interconnected relationships and nodes undertaken by some administrative point. Moreover, a field contains a service manager, application service components, and one or more nodes. Explain data-driven session. Here, data-driven means it determines how the data should be treated, and whenever there is an update strategy transformation in the mapping, the information must be specific whether we need DD update or DD delete, DD insert. Update strategy information transformation consists of more than one mapping. Explain the difference between active and passive transformation. Here, the active transformation is nothing but the number of rows passed through the transformation will modify here. Means rows that do not meet the transformation are moved, and it can also modify the row type also. A passive transformation is nothing but we cannot modify the rows and in addition to it maintain the row type and transaction boundary. Name different types of transformations that are important. So we're having all the transformations are important, but some more we use more here. The source transformation, aggregator transformation, expression transformation, and filter transformation. These are very important. We see the source is used for read the data from the source. Aggregator means it's active transformation, performs the calculations like sum average across multiple groups and rows. Expression means a passive is suitable for calculating the value in a individual roles. Filter, it filters the data and mapping which does not meet our requirements. What are the types of groups? in router transformation. There are three types of groups are there in router transformation. We're having default group, input group, and output group. The default it contains data that is unsatisfied with any user. Input means it gets to the data from the source line. Only one input group is present in it, and output group means it consists of two groups or defined group and default group are the two types of output groups. In that output group, we are having default group. Defined groups means it meets the condition, then only it sends the data to the target. Default means we already discussed, which is not satisfied, that will be sent to the default group. Why is sorter is an active transformation? There are distinct properties. That's why. Sorter is an active transformation as it sorts distinct rows whenever we need, and once sorting is done, we get the rows by eliminating duplicate data. Sorted transformation sorts the data in descending or ascending order using specified condition sorted transformation. How can we delete duplicate rows from flat files? We can delete duplicate rows from flat files by using an aggregator or by using dynamic lookup and by using sorter. Select a distinct option to delete the duplicate rows. We're having from the flat files we use aggregator, dynamic lookup, and sorter. By using expression also they can do, but it is lengthy process. What is a parallel processing in Informatica? A parallel processing means running two or more processors to handle different parts of a complete task. Splitting up a task between multiple processors will eventually decrease the time to run a program. Parallel processing is mainly used to accomplish computations and complex tasks. In Informatica, we can modify the partition type however. What is substring in Informatica? A substring is in Informatica which return the string of characters from the database that under scrutiny. In case you have any queries, please get back to us. Our experts will get back to you. Here we see that substring which retrieves the length of some part of the string from the length of the string is called substring information. Illustrates the differences between stop and abort. Here stop command runs the session task and which runs on session task. When it is raised, the incorporation administration stops just pursuing the information in the information source, yet keeps preparing and composing it to the objective. Abort command is utilized to prevent the joining administration from for using uh, preparing and composing the information to objective. It has to its own break time of 60 seconds to complete the handling and composing of information in corporation administration. If not, at that point it kills the meeting. Okay, thank you. We see another question in the next session. Thank you very much.